Hi guys, so welcome back to the channel. We are in today for a posterior chain focus session. So essentially everything that encompasses the rear plane. So we're talking about in terms of the traps all the way down to the calves. Today is also the release date for Doctor Strange 2. And just an FYI, I'm a massive Marvel nerd. So I'm fired up for this training session. I'm fired up for today. So we're going to get in there. We're going to start off with the standing unilateral leg curl as exercise 1 to target the hamstrings. Move on to the seated leg curl to finish off the hamstrings, and then we'll transition into the upper body parts for the back. So as always, enjoy the video, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers guys. Alright guys, so we're done there. 2 sets, 1 working set, 1 back load set. So my thought process approaching this set and the back load was the top set I wanted to go up in load. So we're progressively overloading by an increment in load. And I matched my repetitions there. And then with the back off set that I've just completed, we matched the load, but we aimed to accrue more repetitions. So the point that I'm trying to make here and that I'm trying to address is that there's multiple ways that we can progress within our training. It's not always just about incrementally increasing load every single set across every single movement. So something to take into consideration is the resistance profile of this movement. So what we're talking about is at the bottom of the movement, it's going to be at its lightest, but then as we work through that range of motion and we get to the end point, the load is going to get a lot heavier. So relative to our strength profile, we're going to go from a point of being strong to very weak. So make sure that when you're loading up the machine, it's a reflection of what your strength capabilities are at the top end range of the movement. So many times people just load up here because initially they might feel strong, but then they don't have that ability to hold at that end range. So for example, here it's going to be really light, but then as you come up, it's going to be a lot heavier. So make sure that the loading that you're putting on here is a reflection of your strength capabilities at this end point. Okay guys, so on to the seated leg curl now, just to finish off the hamstrings. So the cueing point with this variation is we've got this little black circle here, which is the axis of rotation. Essentially what we want to try and do is we want to try and line up our knee joint perpendicular with that axis of rotation. So what we're going to do is, this is creating that rotation in that sagittal plane. By aligning up our knee with that axis of rotation, it's going to maximize output in terms of pulling as much fibers from the hamstring, but then also it's going to mitigate any torque dispersion in different directions. So we're not going to have as much pain or discomfort in the knee. So this, I don't know if you guys can see it here, this axis of rotation, just make sure that when you get in, your knee is in line, adjacent with the axis of rotation. Right guys, so we're moving on now to the back movement. So from an exercise selection and order perspective, preferentially I would like to put a variation like this at the beginning of my back focus work, because from a stability perspective, the environment, we're not going to have as much stability because we have nothing to brace into. So going into this movement fresh, we've got a greater capacity to lock everything in place, anchor our midsection down into the seat, create stability around the hip, so then we really focus on the output through the lats. Oh Jesus Christ. That's the bicep work done. We're going to head off into the studio now, take a look over the physique, and see what that's saying. Right guys, so we've wrapped up today's workout. Like I said at the beginning, it was a posterior chain focus session. Went really well. Obviously, as you guys saw, I was on my own in today's session. So yeah, overall, really good workout. In terms of where I'm at the moment, the phase that I'm currently in is a rapid fat loss phase. So for any of you guys that don't follow me on Instagram, yeah, the rapid fat loss phase is just to get in to this deficit as quickly as possible, strip off some excess body fat, and then we can transition back out of this rapid fat loss phase into either the prep or my off season for 2022. Again, if you're not following me on Instagram, I spoke on there about some health issues that I've been going through. Pulled my blood work the other day. The biomarkers came back a little bit out of range. So there's some issues that I'm having to deal with from that perspective. But yeah, overall, good workout. In terms of how much I've lost so far, it's only the first week. I've dropped 5 pounds. Yeah, so I dropped a pound this morning, 3 pounds yesterday, and a pound before that. So about 5 pounds in total so far. The goal is to get down to 215. I'm currently sitting at 222 pounds, so I haven't got that much more to come off. As you guys saw, we just done a little physique update, so I'm happy with how the condition looks at the moment. You also noticed I'm not lying in terms of being a massive Marvel nerd, because I had my Marvel boxers on and my Hulk socks. So yeah, I'm going to stop rambling on because I'm hungry, Alex is also hungry. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, I appreciate all your likes, your comments, the support. It helps the channel grow. So continue to do that on this video and the videos in the foreseeable future. Cheers guys.